Hello, friends, and welcome to our YouTube channel. So glad to have you with us today. Glad you were able to join us. Be sure to share this with a friend, and if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do that right now. I want to talk to you today about filling the empty places in our hearts. You know, the manufacturer of like a Mercedes-Benz or a Chevrolet or any kind of car, the manufacturer that put that car together, they know exactly the parts and the pieces that need to go in it in order to keep it running properly. When we think of maybe a watch, a Timex watch, or a Rolex watch, or any kind of watch, when the manufacturer who made that watch, they know exactly what to do in order to make that timepiece work the way it's supposed to work. Well, that's the same thing with God. He made us. He put us together. He put all of our parts together in the way that they're supposed to function properly. And so if there's an issue, that's who we should look to. That's who we should go to. We should look to God, who will be able to help us put things together so that we're able to function and work properly. Let me bring to your attention Psalms 139:13, and it says, "For you created my innermost being. You knit me together in my mother's womb." You know, the intimacy of knitting something together means that you take the time, and you, even when you're crocheting, you take the time to make sure you loop each loop, and you don't do anything haphazardly, but you pay attention to what you're doing. And so that is specifically what God did for us. Even before we were in our mother's wombs, He made sure that everything that He wanted to put in us as individuals, it's already there. He took the time to do that. You know, when something breaks, like we mentioned in a car or a watch or a computer, we go to the person that knows how to put it together. We don't go to, say if we want to have a Chevrolet taken care of. Well, we don't go to the Toyota dealership in order to get the Chevrolet repaired. We go to the Chevrolet dealership in order to get it repaired because they have all the parts, they know the inner workings, they know how to make it happen. Well, that's the same way with God. Instead of us going to other things like shopping or going to friends or grabbing people or going to a girlfriend or a boyfriend in order to fill those empty places, some people even get caught up in substance abuse because they're trying to fill that hole that has specifically been laid out and reserved only for God. You can't put something in the place where God's handprint is supposed to be. You can't put something in the place where His heart and His breath is supposed to breathe on. You can't buy enough shoes to make you fill that empty place within your heart. It's only going to take a relationship with Him that's going to bring the peace and the satisfaction that you're actually looking for. You can spend as much money as you want. You can buy the biggest house. You can buy the best car. But you'll still walk away feeling empty because that place in your heart that is absolutely meant for God, reserved for Him. We can't put anything on the outside, anything that's tangible. We can't put that in this place. It's never going to bring us satisfaction, and it's never going to bring us exactly what we want or what we think we need. You know, when we face setbacks, even internal struggles, when we have financial issues or problems, those are the things that kind of get us off kilter sometimes. And reaching out again for things on the outside won't bring the healing or the restoration that we need. Those areas are specifically reserved for God. Let me encourage you to allow God to reside in that place that He left specifically for Him when it comes to us. Don't put anything else there. Ask God to come into our hearts. Let me encourage you to seek Him for what you need. And if you don't know where to start, why not start with the scripture that we shared with you? Psalms 139 verse 13. Maybe read the whole chapter. Ask God to open your heart and open your mind and give you an understanding or insight on what He's saying in His word. After all, He is there for you, and He's waiting to fill that place no matter what. No matter what you've done, no matter how far you've gone, He's always there, ready, willing, and able to fill the place that has specifically been laid out for Him. Thanks so much for joining us today, and we look forward to seeing you next time. Take care.